Hi. Uh, Hello. My name's Gene. I'm gonna play TECHDOG 3 while playing handulum. It's been a minute since I've done one of these videos, I have to admit, but I've had a very I don't know how long it's been. It's been a minute though. I tried recording one. I did make one for TECHDOG 3 a while ago, but I didn't like it, so fucking whatever. We're gonna play TECHDOG 3. I worked out the levels. I think it'll be good. It's pretty low, but I think we'll be okay. And we're just gonna chill. We're gonna hang out. Tell you a little bit about my life in the past year. I think it's literally been a year since I've done one of these. Another thing I want to make clear is that I I got a mouse for Christmas. The old mouse I had was glitching out a little bit, or like the hardware I think was failing. So I wasn't really there was some clicks. Like it was really fucky with handulum where sometimes the clicks would not register. They just wouldn't register at all. And it was really annoying. So for Christmas I was like, "Hey cousin, can I get a mouse? Like any old mouse." Which I thought it was also funny because for my cousin's birthday, I got him a mouse. And so for Christmas, I did indeed get one. I like it quite a bit. There was a little bit. When I first started using it, I was like, oh, I don't like this because like the 1600 DPI option on the mouse was not the right way. Like it wasn't right. It was not 1600 DPI. I tried to play handulum with it and it just wasn't working. Or it was working, but it wasn't 1600 DPI. And I tried 1200, and even that, it's on 1200 right now, and it's a little bit quicker than what 1600 was on my old Logitech. And that is kind of, I don't know, it's iffy. I love TECHDOG 3. It might be my favorite TECHDOG. I find TECHDOG 4 to be like... no. I find TECHDOG 4 to be a little formulaic in the way it works. Like, every track is a banger, but they all kind of feel like they're banging for the same reason. I don't know. I haven't listened to it in like a month or two, but that's kind of how I feel about it. I love it. It's still great, but TECHDOG 3 feels more varied to me. And there's still like pretty long tracks. They're like what, 6-7 minutes now? 6-7. Sorry, this video's dated now. It is. I think you probably saw the date on my thing. It's like the 26th of January of 2026. Happy New Year for the people who I did say Happy New Year to. I can't imagine people watch these videos who don't know me in real life. There's a couple. Like the first one of these I did got like a couple hundred views randomly, and so people who I'd never met watched it, probably because it was from the newest Patricia Taxxon album at the time, 10 Skies. So I don't know, it's whatever. I do these, the reason I do these is because I think it's a really good formula for just talking into a microphone. Just like I play handulum all the time, literally every day, for hours sometimes. Or a lot of the time, hours. Because it's just like, if I'm in a conversation and I want to like fidget in a way that's not, in a way that doesn't make a lot of noise, especially because nowadays, the mouse I got for Christmas is like a quiet mouse. It like specifically has like a silent click. So I imagine that even during quiet parts of this Let's Play, where the music gets quiet and I get quiet, you won't hear the mouse very much at all, which I love. It was another problem I had with it was that when I was on a phone call, or when I'd be on a phone call and I just like put my phone on my table, sometimes people could hear my clicks of the mouse, and it would sound like I'm breaking up a little bit for whatever reason. And it was, I don't know. It was a little annoying, but now nobody makes any comments about it, which is great. I love this mouse. Thank you, cousin. I've been working on some music. I haven't been working too much on music, but back during Thanksgiving, I didn't do a Thanksgiving really, but I did have a good time on the day of Thanksgiving, whenever that was, where I would I was with my friend, or I wasn't with her, but we just recorded some music where it was like Onkyo free jazz. Onkyo being like the good morning, good night type of thing, where it's like high-pitched sine waves, noise, bullshit. Love it to bits. One of my favorite albums of all time after I listened to it for a couple times back in like mid 2025. And after that, I started doing like synthesizer experiments where I would just like fuck with sine waves. And part of that was I wanted to make my own like Onkyo tracks. And I asked my friend like, hey, my friend's name is Jackie. I'll link the Bandcamp link for the album. It's not really an album, it's an EP. It's a little over 20 minutes with 2 tracks, and the EP is called Ocean. And it's basically sine waves, occasional noise, like white noise, and Jackie playing saxophone. And the way we did this was it wasn't live, or it was live, but we like did it over Discord, where we both live streamed our DAWs, where I would play the sine wave and she would play the saxophone. And so there is like a second or two delay, but it ended up turning out really well, to the point where I was like, hey, my other friend, Entra, mixed the track. And I don't know, it was just super, it turned out pretty well. Like it's not for like normies or whatever. Like it's really inaccessible, I would say. Like Jackie has self-reported that like she doesn't really get Good Morning and Night. She gets what we did because there's saxophone and like there's something to follow, but she doesn't really get Good Morning and Night, which I understand. But either way, I'm really proud of it. Even though I didn't like put that much effort into it. It was a live recording where I played like high-pitched sine waves, like really high-pitched sine waves, and then the second track was really low-pitched sine waves. And it didn't take a lot of effort, but it was really I think it turned out really well. Yeah, I was like, I think the genre, I call it Onkyo free jazz. And I think that's pretty apt because the saxophone is like, Jackie gets freaky on the saxophone in those tracks, where it's like, it's definitely some free jazz stuff. For other music stuff, I haven't done too much lately. I've been slowly editing tracks that I've made over the past year or two. So the point of like, I don't know, like there's one track I wanted to maybe get mixed by Entra, but I was like, it's not finished enough. I don't really think it's ready to be mixed by someone, especially if I'm paying, which I am. I don't know. Okay, now I'm out. I'm out of juice. No more talking for the rest of the Let's Play. Pure handulum octane action. No, I'm joking. There's always more to talk about. I got a tube amp. Not like the guitar kind, or the guitar kind. I got the headphone tube amp. The X Duo MT602? It's like X Duo 602. I forget what the 2 letters are. But it's I got a tube amp recently. And that's been really nice. It's been making music really enjoyable. And I just love it. Like, my headphones, I have Sennheiser HD 280 Pros, and they've been serviceable, but nothing ever sounds fun when it's just going through like my audio interface or the Mac Mini. But now that I have the tube amp, there's this guy on YouTube, Z Reviews. Love-hate relationship with that guy. I think he's funny. I think he has good takes on comfort. I wish he didn't have like all the anime wallpapers. That's like whatever to me. But he's cool. He's where I get a lot of my audio like recommendations. And so I was doing some research on tube amps, and I was gonna get like the X Duo something 26 or whatever, but it was like $300 or $250 or something. And I was going to buy it because I had the money. But then I was like, actually, this is a bit of a gamble, because Z Reviews or Zeos might have something wrong with his ears. We don't know. I have some friends who think there's something wrong with his ears, and it might be true. Although I like his taste in like audio gear, especially like the tube amp recommendation was golden. I spent $100 on this tube amp, and I love it. Like, it makes like listening to stuff just more fun. I would never be an audio reviewer. It's not really my thing, but I do definitely feel more like I definitely know a little bit about audio, or like I don't know anything about headphones and like speakers, I would say. I take recommendations and I like the way they sound, but I don't actually know much about like headphones and stuff. I give zero fucks about speakers. I could because right now I don't live in an apartment, so I could play shit as loud as I want. But honestly, I just prefer speakers because I'm having conversations a lot of the day. I'm like addicted to conversation, I swear to goodness. Like it's so I think everyone loves conversation or good conversation, but I just like most of the day I'm trying to talk to people just because it's like, I don't know. There was a while where like the first time I did one of these must have been like mid 2024. I had just recently started having a fair bit of conversation just in general, where I started making like online friends other than the ones I had in high school. But I think I imagine if I look back at that video, at that 10 Skies video I made, it's probably easy to tell that I'm not very sociable. But in the past, year and a half, I have so many friends. Like IRL, got a couple because I moved to Maine like a couple of years ago. So it's like fresh start. And I've made a couple since then. But it's like on Discord or like other stuff, but mostly Discord, frankly. I just have so many friends that I talk to regularly. Like at the end of the day, you'll see that like there's like at least 10 people who I've texted in that day or talked to. It's like ridiculous. And I love it. I love that I started to like actually make friends. I love it. It's great. But I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this. I guess I just like I have no idea where this was going. I don't know why I started talking about it. But with the tube amp, I don't know. I listen to a lot of music. Like there's an album I recently found called The Electricity in Your House Wants to Sing by I Am Robot and Proud. And it's such a good track. Not a good track. It's such a good album. It's really happy. Like, I think the thing about it is that it's a really, for me, it's just like a really wholesome album. There's not like lyrics to it. I think there's one track with lyrics maybe, but overall, like the album is just like instrumentals, and it's like, I don't know, it's amazing. I would check it out. I really enjoyed it. I bought it on Bandcamp. Super cool. And oh, there's singing. All right. I feel a little awkward because I don't want to talk over the singing. It's kind of disorienting hearing someone talk while I talk. Ugh, it's a little icky in my head. I haven't been talking about the music too much, but TECHDOG 3 is definitely a really like solid album to me. I don't think TECHDOG is on my Topster. It might be. No, TECHDOG 1 through 7 is on my Topster, which is a bit of a cop-out, but honestly, fuck you. It's TECHDOG 1 through 7. It let me, like, there was an option to put TECHDOG 1 through 7 on the Topster in the Topster website, so fuck you, it counts. As a whole experience, and like as something you can buy for $1 or less, you can download TECHDOG 1 through 7 for free. I bought it for like $1 to stream it on Bandcamp, and it's like, you know, best fucking purchase you can make on Bandcamp probably, just because it's 12 hours of music that's like really, really good. Like, I feel TECHDOG 1 and 2 is like a little bumpy. It's like a bumpy road, I would say. And then 3 and 4 are like a really smooth road. I don't have too much experience with 5, 6, and 7. Just because like most of my experience with TECHDOG is like putting it on when I get in the shower or putting it on when I'm about to go to sleep. And with either of those, with the shower, I tend to, you know, get done with it before even, like, I'm probably done in the bathroom before even TECHDOG 1 ends. And with sleeping, I'm probably done before TECHDOG 2 starts. Or, like, I'm definitely, like, sleeping before I get to 5, 6, and 7. It gets to the point where it's like, I wake up and I'm hearing the fucking drones and it's like, whoa! Like one time I woke up, I was listening to TECHDOG, and it must have been like TECHDOG 7 when I had woken up, because like the way I woke up was because I would hear in like, there's like a track in TECHDOG 7, I forget which one, but it like Patricia Taxxon starts acting like she's like calling someone on a phone and like leaving a voicemail, and it freaked me the fuck out because I was like, what the fuck is happening? But no, that was a fun way to wake up. It was funny when I realized what happened. Goodness gracious, I really want to. I should probably listen to it all in one sitting. I don't think I could record it. Fucking Sharuba. I don't know how I found Sharuba. I like legitimately don't know how I like found out that person exists. But at some point I was like I was on their YouTube channel, and they were live streaming. There was a day where they were live streaming the entirety of TECHDOG 1 through 7 and like listening to it the whole way through. And I was like, oh, cool. That's like an interesting experience. I look at it, I like pop in every hour or two just to like see what's up, and there's nobody. Like nobody's talking, nothing's happening. And it was such a letdown, because like I understand that 12 hours is a long time, but like I go through that video and I hear very little talking throughout. It's so boring. which sucks because I was really looking forward to seeing someone react to a 12 hours worth of music at like one time. But I don't know, maybe I have to do it. You could totally, I mean, this is TECHDOG 3. And you could totally do a thing where you stitch together my TECHDOG 1 and 2 video with this one, and then I do the other 4. And that's like, I mean, that could be a whole playlist of videos that I put on my channel. Although 4 hours of TECHDOG 7 might be a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of music. I don't know. It's something I'm regretting right now is that I don't have a mug of water next to me. I'm not terribly dehydrated yet, but I'm definitely like wishing, I don't know, at some point I might pause the recording to grab some water. Not right now though, I'm fine. I'll probably forget about it, and then by the end of this song I'll be like, fuck, I need water. Blah, blah, blah. Something that I find interesting about these videos is that, you know, my goal is to talk the entire way through them. And because I'm not great at commentating music, and Handulum is not a game that, like, you know, beat it in 2 minutes over and over, it's not something you talk about a lot when you're playing it. And so the goal for me is to talk the entire way through. And I think one of the interesting things is that I wonder if I look back at these older videos, because I forget when I last did one of these. It might have been a year. I don't know if I've done one this year that like I recorded and released. But if you look back, in the past 6 months, I've started ADHD medication. I started taking methylphenidate, which is like an actual ADHD medication, because surprise, surprise, everyone, I got diagnosed with ADHD and autism. Like, it happened. It was great. It wasn't a great time for me that I got diagnosed, but the fact that I got diagnosed was really good. Like, someone once asked me, like, I told them that, and they were like, is that good or bad news? And I was like, good. Like, whether or not I'm diagnosed with it, I do have it. Like, I had it before I was diagnosed. I just was not able to confirm it before the diagnosis. And so now that when I got diagnosed with it, at first I was just trying, actually, wait, I'm trying to think. At first, I was taking a large dose of bupropion every day as like a sort of ADHD med, but it wasn't working at all. And then after I got diagnosed, my psychiatrist was finally like, okay, we'll try putting you on something. Let's try methylphenidate extended release, which something I realized, or something I didn't know, was that extended release and short release or whatever, there's different brand names for that. Extended release, I think, is Concerta, and then a short burst that you get, like the non-extended release version, I think is, I don't want to say what it could be because I actually forget, but there's like, I think if I remember correctly, there's different brand names for each version of it. But oftentimes my psychiatrist calls it Concerta, so that I know it's like the generic of that. But yeah, I started methylphenidate sometime in the summer, and it did a couple things. It's done a couple things for me. One is that some things, like some chores or whatever, get done quicker. Like if I get a reminder to do a thing or whatever, I'll do it a lot quicker, generally. So that's good. And then something that's both good and bad is that I don't really notice it, like before I take my medication and after I take it, I don't really notice it like start working or stop working for that matter, which is good because the last thing you want is to like take it, have a big moment and then crash. Because, like, if I really noticed it, it would basically just be crashing, like how you do on caffeine sometimes. And the other great thing about being on this medication is that I have very little urge to drink energy drinks. I used to drink energy drinks every day. And then my doctor or my psychiatrist was just like, yeah, don't drink energy drinks with this, but drink coffee if you want to. And so I just stopped energy drinks, and I rarely drink coffee. I don't like coffee that much. I mean, I do when it's like sugary as fuck, but I don't drink a lot of coffee either. I don't want to get too off topic. With caffeine, it's very much like I don't think anything bad will happen if I drink an energy drink. There's like a little risk of like my bipolar acting up where I like might get a little manic or something. But otherwise, I don't know. Since, you know, before the ADHD meds, I would have an energy drink or 2 or 3 every day. And then after, I've probably only drank like 5 or 6 energy drinks in the entire time I've been taking this med, which is like, you know, 7 months that I've been taking it, which I really appreciate. It's like, makes me feel a lot better generally, I would say. Like, I would drink the energy drinks because, you know, it's like fucking crack for ADHD people or whatever. Or I don't know if that's the case, but like, it's, I don't know. I like them. And I think, like, I wish I could get the taste of these energy drinks without, all the caffeine and stuff. Because I'm afraid to drink them now that I'm taking this ADHD medication. But I love, like, I think a lot of Monsters just taste better than a lot of soda. Like, I can't think of a lot of soda that tastes like a fucking Hawaiian blue, whatever the fuck, and Monster. And that thing is like 5 or 10 calories, which I appreciate. There's not a lot of diet sodas that taste like a Zero Ultra energy drink from Monster. It's like, I don't know why. Maybe it's the fucking taurine or whatever. But I don't know. The taste, most of what I get out of it is the taste, probably. That might not be true. Maybe it's like, I don't know. It's whatever. Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of random stuff I could talk about that's happened in the past year, but I'm gonna try and stick with stuff that I don't mind being something that everyone knows. Like, the reason I didn't upload the last one was because, like, there was just one part that I didn't want uploaded and I didn't want to edit it out. Because, like, these videos are never edited. I can't be bothered to do that. Like, I get the one file on my computer when it's done recording, and then I fucking upload it, and that's it. That's all I need. And that's just, like, I don't know. I'm too lazy. It's whatever. There's not a lot I need to. The other issue with like editing it is that the music would get cut. The idea here is that I am not cutting any of the music, where it's just like the entire video is the entire album. I don't know how many songs were into this actually. Let me check. Oh, we're like a little less than halfway through. Neat. Actually, okay, I'm gonna pause. Okay, hi, hello. I just had dinner, and we will be getting back to this. Okay. All right. This is a nice song. I'm chillin' like a villain. It's been a wacky couple months for me. I have no idea when I last did one of these videos. I don't think I did one in 2025. If I did, it was really early 2025. And I really... I'm trying to think what I need to update y'all on. I had a partner for a little bit, like 4 or 5 months, and then I broke up with them. But then I don't know. I recently... Things are cool. I'm doing really well. Well, I'm doing like pretty well. There's like some things... Blah, blah, blah. I wanna vague post until the end of time. That's what I want to do. I'm really appreciating that I haven't noticed this mouse. Occasionally, very occasionally, when I'm like moving the mouse slowly for whatever reason, I'll notice the mouse kind of glitch out in its movement. But like overall, it like there's no problems. And I really appreciate that. There's it's wireless for one. I really appreciate that, because my old Logitech, it had like 16 buttons on the side, which I rarely ever used. So now that I have this one, where it's got the forward and back, it's got the DPI change and scroll wheel, and that's all I need. Of course, left and right click as well. I'm pretty happy with it. There's some manga I need to read. My cousin keeps trying to get me to finish One Piece. And I love One Piece, I really do. Every time I try and start reading it, it's like, I don't wanna. Because I'm like, let me think. I'm like in chapter 960 something. I forget where, but sometime around 960 in One Piece, which is pretty far in. Like, I think that is like, those chapters were made around 2020 or something. So it's not very, I don't know, it's not bad. I'm pretty far in. Like, I would have loved it if I started reading this like 6 years ago, and then I got caught up. I feel like if I was caught up, I would be a lot more willing to read like the monthly or the bi-weekly chapters that come out. I don't know. But I'm pretty... I need to finish it because my cousin keeps telling me that they need a friend who's like media literate to like talk to about it. Apparently I'm media literate. I don't know if I am, but they say I am, so that's pretty cool. I don't know. One Piece is pretty cool. I started reading One Piece fan fiction. Not like a lot. Like, I started reading it because my cousin was telling me about it. Not because he reads it, but because like there's some appalling stuff, like how in the Luffy x Trafalgar Law fanfiction, apparently they often make Law the top, which is like crazy. Or like, maybe it's more so, it's less about being top or bottom, and I think more so what my cousin meant to say was they make Law the dominant, which is crazy to me. I don't know. It's... Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this on the Let's Play. Oh god. Yeah, it's funky. I really wish whatever. My brain's thinking too much. I take ADHD medication now, and that might have... I don't know how much my speech patterns have changed since then, but it might be a little different. I'll have to look back at the older Let's Plays that I did. to see what they sounded like. It's hard to say. A new Patricia Taxxon album came out like just a couple months ago. Or wait. Oh god, when did Ignition come out? I don't actually know. Might have already been like 5-6 months ago. But I liked it a fair bit. It was pretty decent. It wasn't one of my favorites, but I thought it was solid, and the song Absent Minded 2 is a really good track. I think it has some of Patricia's like strongest vocal performances on it, or like it is one of, if not her strongest vocal performance to me. I don't know. It's I'm thinking about it. It's such a good track. The opening of it is like whatever to me. I think it's like interesting but not like very enjoyable to my ears. But like the chorus is so good. It's such a banger. I might be over soon. Let me know. It's so good. Maybe I should listen to Ignition on here. That might be good. It's not a very long album, and it's like pretty inconsistent, I would say. There's a lot of different tracks, different types of tracks on it. There's only 2 vocal tracks, and I thought it was interesting that, from what I remember, on Patricia's Tumblr that got deleted a while ago, but she said that the other vocal track, I forget what it's called, but the other vocal track on that album is like one of her favorites she's ever done. And it's like, it's good, but I don't think it stands out compared to Absent Minded 2. But whatever. It's still fucking great. Ooh. Oh, this is fire. I love this. I do wonder... I need to figure out the randomization in these songs, because I know at one point she said that, like, pretty much every song on... I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, Jesus. For dinner, I had avocado toast. Who knows if I'll have something later in the night. My psychiatrist recommends I eat something with like 300 to 500 calories in it with my other medication that I take at night. And I tend to, well, like, I've like tried. She tells me that my Latuda would be a lot more effective if I ate with it. Like, that's apparently a thing that Latuda is really like good at, where it like works a lot better if you eat something along with it. And I've like tried to, but I honestly like cannot tell. It like feels the exact same, and sometimes I'm not in the mood to eat right before I go to bed, but I normally, you know, if I am feeling peckish right before I go to bed, I'll try an apple, and that normally works out. Oh, it's the fucky track. Lovely. I wonder if... Oh, geez. I tend to... I don't know where I'm going with anything. I might be silent for a second just to figure out what to say. Lovely. I sometimes today, or last night and this morning, there was a big fucking snowstorm. And I got like so much snow. It was unbelievable. And my neighbor thankfully plowed what he could from my driveway. Now, I did still have to shovel a fair bit for like half an hour, just because all of the snow that he couldn't plow, just it took a while to like actually get that done. Especially with my my ramp to my house. It's really, I don't know. It took a minute, but I got it done pretty much. My ramp isn't amazing. Like, there's still, like, snow. Like, realistically, I should put sand on the ramp, because I have some sand to put on it. But, otherwise, I'm pretty much good. My neighbor got stuck, actually, while he was plowing, and we used a little bit of my sand and got out of it, thankfully, or they did. Fucking, oh my god, a couple weeks ago, when it didn't even snow that bad, I contacted the person who plowed my driveway once or twice last year, or last winter. And last winter, it was like $70 or like $80 or something. I forget exactly, but it wasn't crazy. I was willing to pay it. And then this year, they quoted $125, which is fucking insane. And my neighbor, I mean, my neighbors plowed my driveway 2 times before this last time. And the first time they did it, it was free. Like, they didn't even... I was just like, do you want me to pay? I just told them, hey, I can't pay you. I don't have any money on me. And they were like, that's fine. They just wanted to help out, which was awesome. And then the second time they plowed, I was like, hey, can I pay you? And I think they, like... I don't think they gave me an amount, but I was just like, here, I have a 20 on me, have the 20. And then this time, I, like, before the storm even hit, I walked up to their house and knocked on their door, and I was like, hey, can I pay y'all to plow my driveway? And they were like, sure. And I asked how much, and they said, $20? And I was like, sure, but if you want more, feel free to ask. And then when they got stuck in my driveway, I was like, hey, I feel like 20 is not enough. Can I give you some more? And they said 30, and I was like, I only have 20, so here, have another 20. So it worked out. I don't know. It was $40 for my driveway to get plowed compared to 125. My neighbor told me that the person who quoted me that should be locked up, which is, an overreaction, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the sentiment that I was being overcharged for what it was, which is, literally 5 or 10 minutes of, like, less, like about 5 minutes of plowing it would take for, well, no, not necessarily. The 125 was, it was, like, I don't think it was very reasonable, but, like, I can kind of understand where it's coming from, to where I live somewhat far away with the establishment, so what they quoted was, I don't know, it was a big jump from last year. Last year they quoted like 70 or 80, and that was like a lot for me, but I could do it because I didn't want to shovel. And then this year, I guess I'm just really glad I didn't have to do 125 again, or at all. I really appreciate my neighbor. Yeah. Now, granted, when it snows lightly, I do tend to just, like, I don't know, before I start, I'm just like, I don't want to shovel. But then, like, I call a friend and I'm like, hey, can I call you while I shovel? And then we call, and it takes like less than an hour, and it's great. I have a somewhat like big driveway compared to like a fucking condo area, whatever, like suburbs. But either way, it's like, I don't know. It takes about an hour, maybe a little less, to shovel my driveway and the ramp and stuff. And so when it's a light snow or when it's like moderate, I'll still shovel. But thankfully, it was so bad this time around. I was just like, no, I need to ask someone to plow, because otherwise it would take hours to shovel this, and I would break my back doing it. It was insane. I think a lot of people know that that storm was pretty famous. A lot of my friends were talking about it. I'm very happy my neighbor was cool about this. And it was only $40. That was awesome. My neighbor told me they quote like $125 for a whole road. So, I mean, it's, my neighbor's cool. Cool neighbor. Whatever. I love this song so much. How far am I into TECHDOG? Oh, 45 minutes, okay. That avocado toast fucked with my stomach a little bit. It feels a little funky. And I have water now. I got water. I said earlier I was gonna get a mug of water, and I did. Oh my god. A new development in my house. I got a pitcher filter. I got one of those pitchers that, like, you put water into the top and then it filters through a thing, and then it just makes nice, much cleaner water. And it makes me, I think I'm hydrating quite a bit more than I used to be. Honest to God, there was like a month or 2 or 3 when I first moved here where I would drink very little every day, just because like the water tasted icky to me, and I didn't bother buying like bottled water. But now that I have the Brita filter, or before then, I would still drink the water in my house, and I thought, so my thought for a long time was that the water in my house, after like 10 seconds of using the water in the faucet, like the sink in the kitchen, black specks would show up all over my water. And that was worrying. And so anytime I tried to get a mug, I would just like put it right under the faucet, fill up the mug, and then I wouldn't get any more water because I knew that there would be a lot of black specks. But like, even then, even just the first 5-10 seconds of using it, there would still be a bunch of black specks. Like, I'd clean the filter that was already in the faucet, but like cleaning that, it was the same. It was just, my water just has that. And now that I have the pitcher, there's either very few black specks now, or like there's none. It's just, the water's already tastier, first of all. Like, my water's been tastier when I make like stuff with water, like cook with the water, it's a little nicer. I'm chilling. It was like a $20 thing, and then the filter was a little bit. I got an extra filter just so that when I replace it at the end of February, hold on. Did I get a text? Oh my god, that is such a bad take. Whatever. I do wonder what I will, I lost my train of thought. I thought I got a text, but I didn't. Or maybe I did, but I'm not responding to it right now. I thought it was someone else. I am enjoying this album more than I used to, probably because of the tube amp. Like, this is divine, what I'm listening to right now. Getting comfortable. I'm recording audio diaries a lot lately. This is a sort of audio diary in a way, but I publish it to the internet, so not as private as my other diaries. But like, no, I have a portable recorder that I occasionally just talk into it. Like I record myself talk into it. I used it a lot a couple months ago when I broke up with my old partner. I used it like probably 5 times in like 1 week or so, just because I was pretty distraught about it. I'm cool now, but at the time I was pretty distraught. So there's like, I just have random audio recordings of me crying on my fucking Zoom thing. I don't know. I learned random non sequitur. Special K cereal, the red berries one, the one with strawberries, slaps. It is so good. Best fucking thing ever. I can't even lie. It comes off, I think it's a healthier cereal from what I know, but it's honestly just like so tasty. I don't know if it's because I had it a couple times. I had like 2 or 3 bowls in one day, but I think it was because I was high, like I was smoking weed. And so it was like, oh my god, this bowl is so good, I should have another one. And then I had another one. But so it could be the fact that I was high. It was really enjoyable. And from what I can see, it's like a pretty healthy cereal as well. So I'm chilling. That was good. Good shit. Things are cool. I learned, I thought for the longest time that I was too far away from anything to get stuff delivered to my house, like food-wise. And then I learned that the Hannaford that I normally grocery shop at, they have an app, and then you can do deliveries to your house. And I was like, I'm not close enough, probably won't do it. But they'll fucking do it. Like, they'll use a third-party thing, but it'll end up happening. I pay, like, a lot. I pay, like, $20 to $40 in, like, expenses and tip to get it to my house, just because my house is, like, 10 miles away. But, like, fuck, I can use my shit, and, like I use food stamps because I'm poor. And so now it's like, yeah, no, I'm paying $30 or $40 to get it delivered. But with food stamps, it's like, oh, I can just get food delivered to my house for not that much money. And then my food stamps got upped to like $300 after I updated with the thing that I quit my job. I don't know, things are very chill. Yeah, I'm big chillin'. Ugh. This track is fun. I like this. My back, though, my back kind of fucking hurts from sitting here. I'm using, like, a sewing chair, if that's a thing. I'm using, like... I just have, like, a random chair that I got from what seemed to be a sewing table in the other bedroom in my house. And I've just been using that for, like, 6 months or so. And it's good, but there's no back to it. I'm just kind of freeballing it here, sitting on it. And it's made out of metal, so it's like a high quality chair that, like, you know, it's never creaked once in its life. But I'm noticing there have been some times where, like, I'm getting too into reading something, and so I'll sit there for hours just reading it, and my posture will be terrible. And it's no good. It's no good what I do. So I should probably I don't know. I'm gonna move at some point. I think, hopefully. No, not hopefully. I'm going to move. Like, in the next year or two. Whenever I can do that. So, when I do that, I'll probably buy some furniture. Just because the furniture in this house is, like, not great. It's, there's one chair that I might keep. And if I want... There's some chairs here that, like, I'll probably keep just because they're usable. And I can... You know, they're usable, and my house needs more than, like, one chair in it or my apartment that I move into when it happens. But, like, I'm probably gonna want a new bed. Like, I think the bed's too small. Well, no, it's probably not too small. I think most people probably just have, like, a bed like mine, where there's like a twin in my house, a twin-sized bed or a single or whatever. It must be a single, and then I have a full-sized bed or a twin or something like that. And it's good, but it's not. I'm used to queen-size beds. Like, for most of, like, for like the last 10 years of my life, before the last 2 years, I slept on a queen-size bed, and that's what I was used to. And I don't know. It's, I hope I can get one. That would be good. It's like, I think they're like the perfect size for me. King is like too big. I don't need a king, but queen is perfect. I don't know. Blah. I'm really talking about nothing now. This video started out so strong with conversation, and now I'm just digging in the depths of my mind for anything. I started getting back into the Pokemon TCG a little bit in the past week. Not IRL. I started playing it in like the online one, the TCG Live or whatever. Not Pocket. Fuck Pocket. I don't care about Pocket. I care about Live. But no, with Live, I started. There's like a Great Tusk mill deck that I've been trying, and I fucking hate it. It's not good. And I feel so alienated from this current Pokemon format because I don't know. I just like I haven't played almost at all since I moved back in 2023. So pretty much all of Scarlet and Violet is like not. It's not. I don't remember most of it. I'm pretty out of the loop on Pokemon. I'm honestly really surprised that I was able to get back into it so easily back in 2022. I played for like a year back in 2022. And I don't know. Blah. No, I liked it back then. I was really chilling with I played Lost Box quite a bit. It was a really fun deck, although the sequencing got a little hard sometimes. This is a fire track, too. I love this track. It's gonna get, like, super good in a couple minutes, I think. Weta, 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 weta. But yeah, no, back then, I was really into it, and I think it was really healthy. And then, like I thought it was a healthy format, where, like, I don't know, there's just a lot of variation, even if, I don't know, there was one time, a while ago, when I was playing it, whoa, these clicks are crazy. I don't remember these clicks in the song when I was listening to it last. That's crazy. I love this. This is awesome. I am. Well, where was I going? Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Why does my hand hurt? God. Owie. There was 1 week back in like 2022, 2023 where I like got all of the cards necessary to play the Mew VMAX deck, like the Fusion Strike box, I guess you could call it. And it was disgusting. Like, I played it for 1 week, or like, I played it during one tournament, and it was like the championship tournament in that card shop. Or like, not championship, but like, there, like every month or 2 or 3, there would be like a championship thing where you're crowned like the victor or like the best player of the thing, whatever. And I played it. I played Mew VMAX 0 times before that day, and then I got first place. Like I didn't lose any games, I just won. And it felt gross. Like I was like, oh, this is a great deck for mindless laddering. That's great for that. I don't like it though. I only played it that 1 week, and then I like immediately fucking hated it. Just because it felt gross to play. But, like, I played against some good decks that weekend, but it just, like, the fact that I was able to plow through them no problem it felt a little gross. Like, there's a reason as a kid when I played Pokemon, I was very adamant about only playing like rogue decks, I guess you could call them. What the fuck? Sorry, I need to stop checking random things on my phone. I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, as a kid, I only played rogue decks that, like, I didn't like using a lot of EXs as a kid. Like, most of my... When I played, it was mostly black and white, X and Y, and a little bit of Sun and Moon. I stopped playing, like, only a year into the Sun and Moon era, I think. But from, like, 2010 to 2015 or so, or, like, yeah, 2010, 2011, 2011 to 2015 was, like, or 2016? Yeah, 2011 to 2016 was when I most played Pokemon. That was when I was most active. And it wasn't amazing. Like, I'm very nostalgia blind for it. But, like, for rogue decks, it was a really fun time to play, I would say. Like, there was a lot of just random decks where it's just like, oh, Yanmega deck? Sure, why not? We'll play Yanmega. And I also feel like I am... Let's see, what were the decks I played back then? I know I played Yanmega for a little bit. I also played some Durant Mill. Yeah, there was a Durant Mill deck that I played that was pretty nice. Although, the one time when I first made that Durant Mill deck, I, like, made some proxies for it. And those proxies, I got judged heavily by the other people my age that the week or two I played that deck with the proxies. It was like, because first of all, it was a pretty decent deck. Like, for the age bracket I was in, like, I don't know, I must have been like 11, 12, 13. I don't know, it was like, it was really fun to play. And, like, the mechanic, the way it worked was, like, I can't remember all of the different variables, but, like, it was basically just like, I attach this rainbow energy to Durant that gives it 1 damage counter, and then because there's a damage counter on it, I can discard the top 4 cards of my opponent's deck, and then I would... The actual way it would work... Okay, I remember most of the variables now. There was a stadium card that made it so that Psychic Pokemon could attack with one colorless less than the attack's like cost. And I would use a Mew. There was a Mew card back in the day at that time that could like copy your Pokemon's moves from the bench. And so I would use the Mew, and the Mew would be in the active, and my Durant would be on the bench, and then I would attach the Rainbow Energy that put a damage counter on the Pokemon, and then the Durant, I'm pretty sure, had an attack that was basically just like, if this Pokemon has damage counter on it, discard the top 4 cards of your opponent's deck. And that was pretty good. That was like not bad at all. Was that the rest? Was that the entire thing? I must be missing a variable. I don't know. Like, it was that plus probably a little disruption in it. And it was a solid deck. Like, I played that deck and I literally made one of my friends. I say friend, but like, honestly, they weren't a great friend. They were kind of like a weird kid. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Neat. Yeah, I don't know. That friend, I'll say he was my friend. We were chill. Like, I made him cry when I played that deck against him. And not only that, he conceded that game, and he conceded that game, and then realized that because he conceded, he wouldn't get the stamp. And the stamp thing was basically just like, if you got 7 or 8 stamps, you could get a Pokemon booster pack for free, which, crazy. I don't know if they do that nowadays, but, you know, back when I was playing, you know, early to mid 2010s, it was pretty, it was cool. Like, it was great. I loved that. It made me play more Pokemon. And I don't know, that comic shop was just awesome. I have a friend who still goes to that comic shop, and they play Yu-Gi-Oh there. And I don't know. It's I'm glad that it's still around. I'm glad it's still chilling. It's changed a lot over the years, I think. Like, back when I went there, it was pretty different from how it is now, or even 5-7 years ago, whatever. But water. I have water now. I do not need to suffer. I feel like I'm having a flashback to a open mic that I went to. Oh gosh, ugh. What an interesting year and a half it's been. I keep getting notifications and it's pissing me off. I don't know if any of them are worth checking out. I should probably keep my phone on my desk just so that I can see notifications as they happen. Wow, thank you, Zounds. This is an interesting song. This is like definitely a late in the album song. Oh my god, yeah, this thing ends in 3 minutes. We're gonna see if we can beat handulum twice in that time. Definitely not, but we'll try. We'll beat it at least once, I think. If I don't die too many times, we'll beat it at least once. I'm still pissed off that I accidentally left my monitor in Iowa when I moved here, because it was a low response time monitor, just like most monitors. And now, you know, like the past 2.5 years, I guess you could say it's been like 2.5 years that I've lived here. In the past 2.5 years, I've been using like TVs as monitors. and it's like, ugh, it's it's gross in terms of, like, they look good, but the response time on them is pretty not great. It's like 10 to 50 milliseconds or something. And it's like, ugh, I don't want, like, when I try and beat my handulum world record, because I'm better at handulum than I was, even though I'm dying so much right now. I don't know. I feel like I've, like, tried beating it, and I've gotten really close with, like, runs that look better. Like, they just look like better runs, but because of the response time thing, every time I finish a level, I lose, like, tens of milliseconds, which kills it. Overall, I could be doing, like, you know, just, like, hundreds of milliseconds better, which would definitely net me another PB, which would be a world record. Wow, this song is really cool. I'm loving these noises. And I'm doing really bad at handulum. Have I been doing bad this whole time? I might be, I don't know. The funny thing is that technically, it is possible that in the past, like, in the times that I played this game and uploaded these videos, in the videos, I beat the world record. It's possible, because, I mean, it's probably not the case, because I'm playing pretty differently. Okay, I beat it. Oh, no, I beat it in, like, 3 minutes. I'm awful. Okay. I don't know. It's like... Okay, this is done. This has been lovely. I'm bad at handulum. I'm a bad gamer. I will talk to y'all later. This was really fun. I think this is uploadable. It's gonna, right when I finish, when I click stop recording, I'm gonna see in the top right corner the gigabytes on my computer will be used up more. Like, it'll say like 192 point blah blah blah, because this video is gonna be like at least a gigabyte. It's gonna take a while to fucking upload. Oh my god. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Hopefully I'll do another one of these soon.